What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Mike Life. Today we're looking at this right here. It is a battery solar generator, or it's just a regular power station. Solar generator because it has something that a lot of other battery solar types of devices where you plug in solar panels to. This one has built-in solar panels, and you could also add additional solar panel to this unit. This is called the BROWEY C600 power station. Now the power stations come inside a box. It's like an Amazon style box. I'm not going to show you the actual packaging, but I'll show you what comes in the packaging. You can get this little baggie right here, and your power station. Over here is going to be your display. You have a display button where you can press it and you can see your battery level. So you're going to have these rubber flaps. You pop it open. You can see you have a USB-C out right there. You have a PD 65 watt regular USB, and then over here you're gonna have a QC 3.0 18 watt. Pop this open here. This is going to be your inputs and your outputs. This one is a 5521 input, and over here we're gonna have 5525 outputs. Over here you're gonna have your pure sine wave 110 volt 600 watt plug, and over here you're gonna have a car outlet, which is a 12 volt outlet rated at 10 amps. All right, they got these little rubberized protection thingies on there, and these two here go on nicely. This one here, sometimes a pain. That one went on good. I think this is the one I've been having problems with. Yeah, it goes in, but partially this part here is a little hard to get into the Type-C plug that you see there. Like I said, you have your display over here. You have your power battery level. All right, I wish it was in regular percentage number instead of a battery bar. But you have each bar is 20%. So right now I'm at 60% capacity because there's 3 bars showing. Over here you have your AC button. Click on that. There's your AC stats. And over here you have a DC button. Now some stats on the device. It's a 614 watt hour. It's got a Life P04 cell inside there. 600 watt inverter. The solar panels are 30 watt solar panel, and the AC inverter is 110 volt. Here's that pouch that it comes with. You got a zipper around here, turn it over. We'll start pulling everything out. Over here is going to be your power brick. There's a cord. This plugs into right over here. Then you plug that into a wall outlet if you need to charge the device. Over here, you're going to have your 12 volt charging. You can plug it in and charge it from the car battery as you're driving, charge the device, and so forth. Then you have another plugs over here for your solar. And then they give you all these different plugs, which I cannot find a reason for all these. Maybe it's for different types of solar panel connections. That's the only thing I could think of for this. All right, they also give you a little love letter over here, dear customer, and so forth. And it just says stuff about the device. Over here is going to be your user manual. And then over here, we're going to have basically that they won an award. This is showing that they won the design award in 2022 for this innovation that you see here. That's got a solar panel built into the battery bank. So I got the power supply plugged in. Let's grab this part here, pop it into the input. And over here, you're going to see right now on display, your input has popped up. It's going to tell you how many watts are going into it. You can see right now we're at 113 watts of power. All right, so it's going to take a little time for this to fully charge up. Now, the cycle life for this battery, for charging it, they're saying it's about 3,500 times. And after 3,500 times of charging this, from like say to fully charge, your battery capacity will be around 80%. Well, it's going to take a long time for you to do that, to hit that 3,500. So that's pretty good. And that's obviously because it has lithium iron phosphate batteries in it. It's pretty cool. In the manual, they also give you stats on charges. Like, for example, a laptop is 50 watt hours. So it tells you you'll get at least 12 charges on that. Your phone is 55 charges, and that's at 3,208 milliamp hours. So it's pretty cool that they give you this information so you get a basic idea on the charging of this. All right, got it set up. And right now we are at 28 watts. Hopefully you guys could make that out on the display. So we're getting 28 watts out of the 30 that this is rated. So as you guys saw before, I did have the solar panel there. It was getting about 28 watts. Right now, I just plugged in 120 watts solar panel. The angle is not the greatest, but let's see what we're getting now. Not sure if you can make that out. I am getting about 57 watts right now, 61. There is some cloud cover going on. That's why it's low. So now I changed the angle. Sun is out, and you can see right now we are at 91 watts. We did hit 97 watts in there. It's dropping. It's 88 now. 85. Cloud cover. Now I got a different angle, and you can see I am getting 112 watts coming in. 113. Very nice. I'm going to shut the panels on the device off here and see if it drops. You see that? It just dropped down to 86 watts. So it is working. At the same time, both of these, you can see the difference. It went to 86 watts. Hopefully you guys could see that. Lift up the panel again. And it just shot up to 112 watts. Hopefully you guys could see that. Maybe a little bit of a better look. 109 watts right now coming in with both panels. So Mike, what are your overall thoughts on this battery bank, solar battery bank? I think it's awesome. The solar panel to have on here for an emergency. Who is it for? That's the main question. Who's this for? Perfect example. If you're a person that goes to the park, you like picnics, you go to the beach, you're gonna spend the whole day there. You got your cell phones with you. You want to charge stuff, get power. Maybe you're there in the evening. You want some light. Plug in a light to it right here. And the cool thing about this is that during the day, while you're using power out of here at the beach, lift this up and you will supplement your power. That's what's cool about this. Also, you got those people that think the apocalypse is coming. There'll be no electricity out there. You got solar panels on a built-in battery bank, which is pretty awesome. Now, is this gonna be good for you to power your house up and so forth in the case of an emergency? No, but to charge your phones, to plug in maybe your Wi-Fi so you could have internet in your house when there's a power outage, that's what this is good for. If you got like a 12-volt refrigerator, power with this. So for those emergencies, yeah, you're gonna get good power out of this. It is, the outlet that's on here is a 110. I wish it was a 120 instead. Would have been better in my opinion. But for how compact of a power station this is, the handle, you're walking around with the suitcase, which is pretty cool. Really like this thing. This thing is pretty awesome. Hopefully in the future, they could do some improvements to it. One is gonna be the display. I don't like the bar battery thing. I wanna see a number. I want to see a number of my battery percentage. I don't think I'm the only one that likes to see a battery percentage number. I'd like to see that maybe implemented somehow in a new version of this in the future. Now, as you guys saw, using it with just the solar panel on here, I got 28 watts, which is pretty cool because usually you never get what they advertise. Makes me think that this is not a 30-watt solar panel, might be more, might even be a 40-watt to show that you could get 30-watt on here. So for me to be able to have gotten with cloudy day 28 watts, awesome. I got the other solar panel right there, which is an eco-worthy monocrystalline solar panel. It's if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 120 watt. Yeah, 120 watt solar panel. And you guys saw I did get almost, I think the most I got out of it was 117 watts. That's with that solar panel and this solar panel together. As you guys saw when I demonstrated, I shut this panel down just so this way we saw what it was getting in with both panels. I wanted to see if it's actually working just with one panel or is it working with both together. I don't know if you plug it in, it stops working with this panel and that panel will only work. And you guys saw it actually does work with both, because when I did shut this panel down, the solar panel, the lid, it dropped down to, well, I don't remember what it was. From 115 watts I was getting in, it dropped down into the 80s. So obviously it is getting from both solar panels at the same time power to recharge the battery, which is pretty cool. Now, when it comes to stats and stuff, you guys, I'm not a stat nerd when it comes to solar stuff. I'm just giving you the average person's thoughts and experiences with this. Really, my experience so far has been great with this. The only problem is the display is not bright enough, especially because obviously you're using this outdoor in the sun. When it is sunny, you can't really see the display. So I kind of wish it was just a little bit brighter of a display on here. But function of this, the rubber all around here for protection, I love it. Awesome. You got rubber protection here, which is cool. At first I didn't like these covers that you see here, but obviously, like I said before, this is something you're going to use at the beach. You want to make sure you're covered, sand getting in and so forth. So, and another thing, the kickstand that's on here, that's pretty awesome. The way you could just tilt it back, pop that open, and you don't got to press any buttons. As soon as you open this up, it automatically starts charging, obviously if there's sun. Now, another thing I would have liked were some extra solar panel connections, wires. They could have gave you an adapter, which they didn't. I did have the adapter for that, which I had bought off of Amazon. I don't know if you guys could make it out. I do have the solar connections right here, going with this extension onto this plug, and this plug plugs right inside there. So this should have been, in my opinion, included in here. But I will have a link down below for that extension and also that panel. And obviously the BROWEY C600. I think price on this is about $500 US on Amazon. So all in all, I like this thing. This thing is nice. It's good for emergency purposes, whatever. For me, I don't have too many solar generators here in New York. This is my second one. I got that smaller one that I did a review on from Vivor. Now I've upgraded, obviously, with this one here. So hopefully in the future we get some bigger battery banks to do for the peeps out there. All right, so in the description below, I'll have links to this stuff here. They're gonna be Amazon affiliate links. They do help out the channel. Check them out. Even if you're not buying anything, just go on there, click on the link. If you click on the link and then you go buy something else, it does help the channel because Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, will then have to give me a percentage of his billions and billions of dollars that he makes. So he gives me a little tiny little piece of that percentage. Helps out the channel a lot. Also, I'll have links to the wiring, the panel that I used back there for my testing, and so forth. Thank you all for watching this episode of Mike Life.